On the security front, we saw the first large-scale protest march in Toronto today, and we learned that police have controversial new arrest powers. Let's get the details tonight from Susan Ormiston. Susan, what do we know about those new plans and how are they playing out?
Well, pretty poorly, Peter. And the revelation that the Ontario Cabinet quietly enhanced arrest powers came on a tense day down here where hundreds of police in riot gear blocked demonstrators from the summit area. It's a power struggle that played out again today as the first big summit demo wound towards the security perimeter. They were stopped before they got there. Now we know, though, to further bolster its strength, police got some additional powers just for the summit. It means that anyone within 5 meters of this security fence in the downtown core can be searched and, if you don't provide valid ID, arrested. The penalty, a $500 fine or 2 months in jail. The regulation lasts for Summit Week.
We're not looking for conflict here.
Police lobbied for it. The provincial cabinet granted it earlier this month. And in spite of hundreds of consultations, no one told the public.
It creates an incredible array of power, and we are concerned, and I think there is too much power here.
It's dramatic that Dalton McGuinty, having made this regulation on June 2nd, for almost a month now, has refused to tell the public what the law is and what the consequences of breaching it are.
The Public Works Protection Act, as it's called, isn't new, but extending it broadly to downtown city blocks is unprecedented.
It's entirely reasonable, and that we would be able to restrict the area around the summit. We have a legislative responsibility to protect that event.
Police are using it. Several people have been arrested. Andrew Veach, an activist, tested the police response and videotaped it.
You're within 5 meters of this wall, so please turn off your video camera.
We can't film within 5 meters of the wall?
No, that's correct.
So your friend didn't want to tell the police who he was, so he's been arrested for the time being.
That sort of law, which essentially means people can be searched without a warrant, they can be asked to identify themselves, you have to carry identification with you. All of those things go against our basic human rights in this country.
It is quite the incredible scene here in downtown Toronto tonight. That security fence we've been telling you so much about is closed. The gates are shut tight, effectively closing down this area from the rest of the city. And the marquee demonstration, according to the protesters, is scheduled for tomorrow. Peter.
All right, Susan, thank you. Susan Ormiston here in Toronto.